Right, here we are, 24th of April, I think it is today, or thereabouts. Sweet corn's doing really well. Put some of it out already. Lettuces are doing well. Got onions in there. Got some planted out already. Cape gooseberries and tomatoes, lettuce, all sorts. The potatoes are chitting away. All be good and ready to go in a while. And then strawberries are doing fantastic. Loads of fruit on the strawberries. Yeah, it paid bringing them back in actually. Coriander going down there. Then we got a hydroponic system set up here just on a dripper. We got all sorts in there. We got sunflower there. Strawberries again. Good lot of strawberries in there. Tomatoes. There was a cucumber on there, but I've put that out now. There's lettuces at the bottom. Got some basil there, just growing down in the shade. Chilli here. Plenty more strawberries. These are starting to get a good size now. Those are strawberries. Another sunflower plant there. So overall, that's that one. Moving on to the chilies. Probably going to grow the majority of these ones what I've got here indoors once those sides up there are cleared. That's a BBG Mant Black, and as you can see we're getting good fruit on that already. Getting a good lot of fruit on that. Queen of Hearts tomato bred on the Isle of Wight. Yeah, that is a Queen of Hearts. So overall they're looking really good. More chilies here. Chili and guava, not chili and guavas. Cape gooseberry there. Grow like tomatoes and they're sweet. The King of the North peppers. They've all got peppers on already. Planted a couple of them out. Then we got the last of the tomato stragglers, need potting up or giving a bit of love to. And we got the cucumbers still kicking out, plenty of cucumbers. I had 4 cucumber plants, another sunflower there. I had 4 cucumber plants, so I've got 2 in here now in small pots. And they'll go out on a hydroponic system out here in the corner. And then we set up a dripper hydroponic system over here for tomatoes, cucumbers, chilies and some strawberries, and it's been set up for about half a week now. Thought it might be a bit early, but they seem to be managing all right. Obviously the cucumbers they're not really liking it at this temperature out here at the moment, but can afford to experiment. I've got enough plants. I'd rather let them establish and see where we go. Then we've got a good selection of chilies, what are they, Carolina Reapers, traditional peppers. Then we've got quite a few Mant Blacks by the looks of it. And then again we've got these are strawberries naturally fruiting. This is the irrigation system, dripper irrigation system, solar powered. So that's watering that. Then over in the corner over there where we behind the chair, we're going to have another hydroponic system with a dripper system, and probably grow the cucumbers and tomatoes up that wall later in the year. There's not much going on in the front or over there. I've got plans for that. All that's coming out over there. Ace's looking beautiful. But I thought I'd get some frames up for my peas. Got some peas in down there, sweet corn and tomatoes all mixed. I've done 3 sisters planting in the past before, which is sweet corn and then courgette or a squash along the ground, and then a bean to grow up the sweet corn. The idea is that the the squash or the courgette, it keeps the ground covered, stops the weeds, and it keeps in the moisture. The sweet corn grows up and is utilised as a support for the beans. But I'm trying it here with tomatoes and peas and sweet corn. There's 5 sweet corn planted in there, planted nice and close. Let's see how they go. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Then we've got capers down there again. Behind them, there's 2 different types of tomato. I've got mainly dwarf in this bed. And then we've got a Mant black chilli at the back, and a King of the North chilli down there with fruit on it. Then we've got 4 dwarfs along there. In between there, I've just put a row of French beans. So it don't really matter if I walk on them at the moment. I've got strawberries down here. And then there's a nice grapevine which needs training up, and I'll probably train it up along the back of there because it gets enough sun. It's nice and sheltered for it. And these have been out about two weeks now, these ones. Oh, let's do it from the centre. These have been out about 2 weeks now. We've got all sorts. We've got courgette under there. I should have let it establish before I let it fruit, but it seems happy. Celery down the back there, celery here. Then we got tomato, looks like it's sulking a little bit. Yeah, the tomatoes look like they're sulking a little bit with the weather, but they'll pick up, and they are only dwarf. So, and in here, looks like King of the North chilli. Yeah. That looks like King of the North chilli. Oh no, that's an Adalberta habanero. It's going into full fruit. Got some chard. Got a tomato plant there. Another chilli plant. Some Chinese daisies over there. This is just giving it a little bit of protection like a fleece and stopping the insects while these plants establish. Give them a bit of a break from the wind. So let's put that back on. Get them covered up, and then so a little bit of room is there to put something in, but no big rush. Then we've got raspberries. They're all starting to set. They look like they're just starting to put their flowers. There's loads of them, so it looks like we're going to have a good raspberry crop. And a lot of the blossoms finished now, but we have got a fruit set. And a lot of the fruit trees, in fact there's an abundance of fruit set. These echiums are just coming into flower. Rosemary's just sort of coming to the end of its flowering. And we've got cherries. This was absolutely full of blossom, as you can probably tell. It has set fruit. There's a fruit there. And I expect all this will set, and with them being so closely together for pollination. Plum here has got a fruit set on it. I was looking earlier, but not going to waste time looking for it. A few of them got a little bit of leaf curl. I did put tar bands, come out and tar band them. Apples are doing really well. This is another pear. This was the other plum, this one. Yeah, they put out fruit, plums. Yeah, there's some there. Then again, the pear put out loads. Apples all set. But really good year for bluebells this year. Absolutely fantastic year. Figs are just doing what they normally do, and it looks like it's going to be a fantastic year for hazelnuts as well. The nettle patch is coming along lovely. Really happy with that. Big bunch of free nettles, and then we've got bluebells down here with brambles and bindweed and all sorts. But That white one isn't wild garlic. I thought it was, but it's not. It's something else. And then we've got cob nut, red cob nut. Red cob nut or red hazelnut. One or the other. But that's just done really well this year. And over there we've got nothing in there at the moment, just 3 flowers. These are all self-seeded. They're looking nice, so I'll put something later in there, probably potatoes, because these potatoes were free from, they just sort of must have been in the soil from last year. So they're putting out a crop, so I'll wait for them to flower, dig all them out, sift all the soil out, and then replant that bed with potatoes. Compost heaps all going well. Etium's going really well. And we've got beans here, all beans here. And I planted some tomatoes, planted corn. I put this on an irrigation system as well. One side's doing better than the other, so I probably need to address the irrigation system. But there's corn down there, hasn't really taken off. But this bed over here, which is on the same irrigation system, is looking much fuller, much brighter. I see the corn's really taken off. And we've got tomatoes in there, all sheltered in the warmth. Tomatoes in there. Just a matter of cramming them in, seeing what we get. I cut this hedge yesterday. Figs looks like it's going to do well this year. And then these apples, this bed needs sorting out, but get around to that. Yeah, these apples have just finished flowering, blossoming. Looking at that one, ain't got much fruit on that, what I can see. And then the etiums in the corner doing really well, but the bindweed absolutely going crazy, the bindweed over this side, so I need to address that. Nice aquilegia, 3 aquilegia there. There's some height now, they've got to be 10 foot easy. Them etiums. Them ones are big. The roses have just started to come. I put some roses around here the other day, moved them out, put them round. Yeah, doing well. Same as these apples, these are looking nice. There we are, April in the garden. Irrigation system's all up and running, and generally looking pretty good. Right, there we have it.